guys, welcome back here to Advanced Bass Fishing, and really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel today to hang with me a little bit. I have got a really good summertime fishing tip I'm going to share with you guys today that probably 99% of y'all have never tried before, and that is fishing a Chartreuse pepper 4-inch zoom dead ringer in the summertime of the year. A little 4-inch ringworm, which has been around forever in this particular color. Guys, this is deadly under the conditions I'm going to set up for you guys. I'm going to explain to you guys the exact scenario it works in. And if you try it, I'm confident it's going to add up to some nice fish for you guys. And also, guys, I will put this dead ringer in my Tackle Warehouse link in the description. This is a zoom dead ringer. You can get it through my Tackle Warehouse link in the description. I'll also put the hook setup I use in there, along with the outfit, guys. If you're looking for a really cool fishing outfit, if you're looking for a new rod and reel, guys, consider this Cast King ALTI Elite bait cast reel, guys. This thing is like next to impossible to backlash. You can pretty much cast it without even thumbing the spool. Halo Vortex braking system, all titanium spool, built for stout, along with this Megabass Levante perfect pitch rod. I'll link all this stuff in the video description here if you guys would like to take advantage of that. And also, guys, real quick, back in business for my on-the-water lessons. Just got my new boat back this week. If you're interested in booking a private one-on-one lesson with me on Table Rock or Stockton Lake, shoot me a private message on my Facebook page, Intuitive Angling with Randy Blaukat, for details. So appreciate that. Okay, guys, here it is. This is the Chartreuse ringworm that is freaking deadly in the summertime of year. Now, let me tell you a little bit about how I got into this. One of my best friends, we were fishing a tournament down at Lake Dardanelle in Arkansas. God, this has been 30 years ago, probably a long time ago. And anyway, at the time, he was a co-angler in this particular tournament. And the boater that he fished with was a local down there. And this local was fishing with a solid Chartreuse pepper. I think it was like a fluke or something, or soft plastic stick bait. But he was Texas rigging it and flipping it into the shallow grass there at Lake Dardanelle, and he freaking ripped them. He finished like in the top 5 in the tournament. So I said, I have never heard of anybody flipping a solid Chartreuse soft plastic bait ever before in that situation. And the only thing that I had was a Chartreuse ringworm back at the time. So after that tournament, I started experimenting with it a little bit, and I took this Chartreuse ringworm and I started just pitching it and flipping it in whatever flipping situation I had during the summer, like at Grand Lake in Oklahoma, and I started freaking whacking them. And there's certain conditions this lines up into. I wanted to talk about in today's video when the solid Chartreuse is the deal. Now, first of all, how I set it up, I usually use it on a 1/4 ounce slip sinker, a 3/16 or 1/4. You don't want to go any heavier than that. 3/16 is about perfect. I usually put it on 17 to 20 pound test Seaguar Vizex line, 1/0 Gamakatsu G Finesse straight shank hook. That's the setup with it. Like I said, 17, 20 pound line, something like that. And you're pitching and flipping this thing the same way that you would like a jig or a Texas rig, a creature bait or anything like that. But the key on this thing is the conditions for it. Now let me lay out the exact conditions, because I've experimented with this thing forever. By the way, guys, before I get into this, that spinnerbait trailer, that ringworm is one of the best spinnerbait trailers you can ever use. That's my favorite spinnerbait trailer, either the Chartreuse or a white one. So I might keep a few for spinnerbait trailers as well. Here's what I found about it. Number one, you got to have hot water. It's like you got to have water temperatures around 80 degrees or more. Most of the country, unless you're up north, you're going to have 80-degree water temperature, knocking on 80-degree water temperature in July and August. You've got to have that. It's got to be warm water. The second with that, you've got to have the right water clarity window. Now, even though that's a bright worm, a Chartreuse worm, it does not work real good like in muddy water. It just sort of blends in, it turns invisible in muddy water because it's sort of a translucent color. Even though it's a bright Chartreuse, if you get it in muddy water, it doesn't really stand out that much. The water visibility that is perfect for this thing is like 10 to possibly, 15 inches of visibility, closer to 10. So right around a foot of visibility, maybe just, for me, it's like 10 inches is perfect visibility for it. That's going to be the window. I don't know what it is about it. It has to do something with the way that the bait glows in 10 inches of visibility, because when you put that thing in the water in 10 inches of visibility, it stands out a little bit, yet it blends in a little bit. It looks really good. I mean, it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before, but if you try to fish it like in 6 inches of visibility, doesn't look the same. If you try to fish it in water visibility over about, a foot or foot and a half of clarity, it stands out a little too much. So you've got a real small water clarity window with that. The next thing with that is you got to have some type of shallow cover, and I do mean shallow. It's like you need to have water cover that you're fishing in less than 4 foot of water. Specifically, I like 2 to 3 foot of water. Cover doesn't really seem to matter. I probably have caught more fish on it in shallow vegetation like lily pads and reeds and gator grass and water willows, just that shallow type vegetation. That's probably my number one. But I have caught fish, a lot of fish flipping and pitching it around docks, lay down trees in the water, logs, that type of stuff. Anywhere that you got some shallow cover with those water visibility windows. So it's a very situational bait. This isn't a bait like a green pumpkin worm that you're going to be able to catch fish on in a ton of different situations. I mean, green pumpkin or watermelon candy works in a wide range of conditions. This is a highly situational color. But I'm telling you guys, when you get that situation that I just talked about there, they'll eat that thing up, man. They absolutely hammer it. They don't ever see it. It's another one of those colors they don't see much. So anyway, give it a try. I think you guys will like it. Again, I'll link all this stuff for you guys to get set up in my Tackle Warehouse link. Hope it helps you guys catch some good ones.